Now you already know I'm already here for the roast, so bring it. You already know why I came back. I wasn't done talking. Okay, you already know what I'm about. You know I roast. You know I'm ready to cook. Okay, cause it's time to eat. I'm back, baby. Mhm. Mhm. Period. Exclamation mark. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Yes. You yokels. Okay, so I'm here with the yokels, and we are here to talk. I'm here to talk and chill with you guys. But I'm nothing to play with. Hmm. You better behave in my chat. Okay. So so instead of locals, Locals, there are also yokels, and it's Yokels. Okay, so there's locals and then there's yokels. So we just or your yoker, like individuals, yokers, but it's yokels. So if you're a yokel, is like locals, there are yokels, and then there are yokels, and that's Yokels, and then there's locals. Locals are pretty friendly for the most part, but then you have yokels, and that's something else. Okay, so hi, please say, please say your name. Okay, hi. Your name is Julia. Okay, well, good to speak to everybody. Uh, You know, yes, I was just at a live, but sometimes, I get, oh, well, hi, Channy. Good to speak with you. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you're having a brilliant day. Which country? Which country? It says, say their, please say their names. Well, hi, everybody. Names. Well, hello, everybody. Everybody say your name and then just put hello after it. It says, I don't know, you're so small. Yes. Um yeah, well, I know, right? I am working on that. I am growing. I mean, people are visiting more. So they're trying to find me. They're trying their best. Yes. Uh-huh. So how are everybody? Hi. Hope everybody is doing amazing. You just have an amazing day, nice day, and all of that good stuff. Everybody, I always say I'm international because the line of work that I do, I connect with. It allows me to connect with everybody from all over the world. So I am a trusted expert psychic with experience and data there and a little bit of that all over the place. So I'm used to speaking to everyone. So that's why I stress that I hope you like everybody. So if you're here, I'm hoping that you see all types of people from all over the world. All kinds of personalities, and gosh, even the rude ones. We welcome even the rude ones. Oh my gosh. You're a guest? Okay. You're okay. Well, hello everybody. I read for both. Hold on, let me put this. I read for both. Okay, so there you go. You see those two? Can you make them out? Those two I read for. So I read when I say I read for everybody. I read. It does not matter what nationality, what race, or what you look like. I'm so blessed. I have this. I have a skill that not too many people have anymore. My skill is, regardless of what the person looks like, regardless of their accent, regardless of whether they are my favorite male, and then close to my heart, female, doesn't matter. I read for all of them, and I also read. I have more women and also, well, heterosexual men who reach out to me, and I help enrich their life, their family life. In other words, so I'm used to telling people what to do. I'm not really keen to being told what to do. I gotta still get used to that. I've been working on that, for so long. but um, but I love what I do because I can see the change in my clients' lives. And a lot of them, if money could only actually make you happy, if only. But they find their happiness and actually can say the word happy, which that is a huge progress for a lot of people I read for. You get it? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. Uh-huh. 671. I have a great. Oh, you are great. I'm gonna leave it at that. I stay. Keep being great in your greatness. Oh well, welcome. Nice to meet you. You're from. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let's go, India. I love India. I love Krishna more, though. I love Krishna more. Okay, but I love India. I'm in love with Krishna. Okay, that just on the record. I don't think you heard that clearly. I'm in love with Krishna. Okay, all right. But I love everybody. I love all the world. I love India, but I'm in love with Krishna. Yeah. I read his material. I read his book, his Bhagavad Gita, like several times. Every time I read, he knows. I always start from chapter 1 all the way to the last chapter, and then I start all over again. Shri Krishna at that. Oh yeah, puts respect on that name. Shri means is equivalent to saying sir in God language. Like you'll say sir to me, but when you speak about Krishna, so you can't. So Shri is like Lord and Shri, not the same thing. Lord is like Lord, and it's all caps. And then it's Shri, like respect, and then Krishna. Yep. See, I told you, I'm following. I'm following along. I'm learning. Yeah, my bad. It's just that we in love, so we on first name basis. I really love those scriptures. Those scriptures, Sri Krishna's scriptures, has added value to me reading the Bible because it's given me so much spiritual depth, like from the ancients' perspective. Y'all don't understand this. I mean, like from the ancestral, like it's from the collective ancestral spaces. And then I read the Bibles or any sort of scriptures of the world, and it gives me so much profound understanding. Like it's like blossoms. Instead of looking down at the blossoms are like sprouting up from me. Like blossoms in my hand, not I'm like observing a blossom. It's like blossoms are on me or in me and then blossoming from me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep reading about I'm gonna start reading again. And usually, oh, by the way, I do read these things I was reading them in live. I believe I have transcended reading scriptures in the live, and now I only want to do it in memberships because I know so much, and people try to clock me all the time, and I'm like, actually, so I said, you know what? From now on, I'm gonna only talk about this in my members, so only my members are gonna listen to what they teach. The Spirit World teaches. Oh, I love that book. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, you have the Saint. Oh, yeah. You go to Saint Search the School. Okay, I will. I'm gonna look it up. Let me screenshot that. I'm gonna screenshot it so I can. Okay, I just screenshot it. I'm gonna look it up because I want to visit. Because I do want to visit. I want. I would love to. Okay, so I read on my own, right? And of course, that's limited, right? But it's always good to hear it from the guru's mouth. I don't like gurus, but I respect, like in India does guru the way it should be, like the way it's supposed to be, or the Dalai Lamas, right? His Holiness Dalai Lama. Okay, now that guru I can listen to, but like gurus out of nowhere, like off of an island, I don't. I because well, okay, so I have gurus who are like cults contact me. And they're always flaunting like I've got the government is afraid of me. I have millions of followers. I'm like, what, like, what is your question for the day? Like, okay, you still need to call me. So, like, you have all those followers. You're a guru, but you're ascended. You're the master, but you still call me. Okay, so what do you want me to tell you? What do you need? Can we get to the point? So I don't trust those because they seem very like they like when they like not master like a master teacher. They're more like they're like running a cult. That's what they sound like, and they're like trying to. Sometimes they try to like dig at my energy, but I'm not receptive. And so I'm like, oh, I don't really care for gurus. But I know the difference. I know that I know discernment, right? Sri Krishna taught me the difference. So I know, like he's the guru type. Like through his infinite personalities. I have a deeper understanding and respect for the term guru as it applies to very special teachers who can channel the Vedas, astrology, who can channel, and really connect with divine information and then teach it back to me and I can put it inside me and it feel right. Oh. See, sometimes when I'm just thinking about it, sometimes he just drops coins and things out of the. It's just like it's kind of like a portal. It reminds me of the sky, like out of clouds. And one time I had peeked up and I saw him, like with like, it was like he was standing in waist high of as far as you could see, treasures, coins, riches. I was like, wow. And then I came back to. And every time he knows I'm always trying to meditate back, like see what else falls out of the sky. But every now and then something will just drop, and I'm like, I know where it came from because I've seen that place. So I'm really into this. I'm really into this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Your country. Well, let me tell you. Okay. What I've discovered reading the lessons of Krishna, and we're inseparable because the whole point is divine and he and me, and he discourages me being divine with anybody else. He says, don't be divine with any other God. Don't go seeking any other teaching from gods or people, other spirits and souls. He's the only one because they go to him for teaching. So why go learn from students? Just go straight to unity with him, right? So the teachings exact, right, with the Bible. In fact, you can read them in tandem and not be wrong at all. And I'm very judgmental on subjects. I have a very sharp sound like if when I read it, when people speak on scriptures and what they think it is, I like or spirituality or metaphysics, I immediately detect when it's not when it's inaccuracies. I immediately so I've already like I said I've read it several times. There are no contradictions, and also the Bhagavad Gita or Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna, we should say Lord Sri Krishna at this time, is monotheistic. It's not even many gods. He says many times, no many gods, no demons, no angels, no beings, none of them. Of course, it's more in depth. Like he mentions, don't give the worship, don't give your worships to what do you call those people? Like elementals. They have a job to do. Let them do their job. You know, if it's the wind, if it's fire, if it's growing things, whatever it is, let them do their job as you have your job to do. You just need to find it. Find yourself. Like so, and yeah. So and to moreover, though you can see the translation between some people try to match Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna with the would be the you could say Lord Jesus Christ, you could say, but be to the Christ, right? But the Bhagavad Gita itself, I can see the personality, I can see it, but the Bhagavad Gita itself is more affixed to, because it would have been the Bhagavad Gita 500 years, and then our 200, so in the span of 700 years for us, it's Old Testament stuff that comes. Well, excuse me, Old Testament would have already happened. And so it speaks to the New Testament. So it's 500 years before the New Testament comes. So yeah, so it speaks. So a lot of it is whatever because there's scriptures that you read in the Bhagavad Gita that actually, word for word, whole phrases, are in the Old Testament. And they like I said, they're in tandem, they mirror each other exact. And then furthermore, supporting New Testament ideologies. So there you go. So anyway, so then when you think, is Jesus here? Well, if you know, you just don't know where to look. But right now, I'm talking about Krishna. You just don't know where to look. There's certain treasures that you won't see because you just don't know where to look. I do. I know where to look. This is my realm, so I know where to look. I know where to find all that I need. All my needs are met through my supplier, only supplier. So there's no other need for me beyond that. And that's how you deal with abandonment. No abandonment issues here. Sri Krishna does not abandon. Everybody has to go someday. What are you going to do when they do go? Are you going to feel abandoned because nature took them? Because nature called? And there was a divine entity who had to do the job, so there you go. So just tip your hats off to me, I know my stuff. That's why I'm the expert. That's why I'm the expert. That's why I read for people they call me from India. That's why I read for them because I am trusted. I do the studying. I have the connections. But, men of respect for those who, and on their own path. And anyways, I'm growing. So, and I just will help more people, with their questions. And I look forward. Always looking towards wanting to, be, energetically invested in, people's readings. I just had to come in. I had to come on and just kind of say hi, hello, and, want to say hi to the locals. Also say hi to the yokels. That's with a Y. Replace the L with a Y. Look it up. It's a very interesting word. I love it. I'm going to use it more often. That's the official term for people who they fell behind in the big race. And so, and even though that they're slow and fell so far behind, they're coming in last. We're going to wait for them and we're going to celebrate them when they cross the finish line. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But yeah, there's just so much to talk about, this beautiful world, how it's all connected. And, you know, um, what this world is meant to be is meant to bring, I think, everybody together. And I do believe that everybody is has this wall. Okay, if there's a wall, that means wherever you are positioned, you're on either side of the wall. You don't even need to look anymore which side of that wall. You just know that there is a wall. It doesn't matter if you're on the upside, downside, left, right, top, bottom. There is a wall between yourself and another person, groups of people. It just is. And I believe it's your duty to find a way to understand that wall and why it's there. And I don't believe it's meant to be there. It just is. But just because it is doesn't mean you have to keep running into it with your nose first, nose first, running into that wall. You don't have to keep doing that. I mean, after all, at the end of the day, we have word definite terms and definitions like yokel. Who are you really hurting? You're only hurting yourself. Then all the locals are like getting together, like literally getting together and just hanging out, waiting for you to come join them and have a good time. But no, you'd rather not. You have it all wrong. But that's okay because we're going to wait for you, like we said, at the finish line. We're at the finish line waiting for you. So hurry up and get here. And oh my gosh. Earlier I was talking about, so I sent 5 minutes to my clients and they were like, it was, well, not the ones who responded, but it was like, I think that it's only for certain clients. Like they have to be eligible. But I still gave them information, and they were still like flipping. They were still flipping, kind of like the scripts were like in their mind and were like still trying to process. I'm like, what are you trying to process for? I was like, I know what to do. I had to tell them, here, if you ever if you ever receive those 5 minutes, you need to use them with me. Then I can better explain the situation. I'm talking about free minutes, not like they take 5 minutes out of their schedule, like free minutes. I'm like, wait a minute, I just sent you free minutes, and what do you mean you can't use them? But yes, today is sort of my like. So, are you answering any questions? Yeah, I need to answer some questions. So, if you have questions, please let me answer your questions because I mean that's why I'm the best. That's why I'm the expert. That's why I'm trusted. And I know people when they this is the thing. We got off the conversation of whether I'm psychic or not, and went straight to the name calling. So so I said, you know what? I'm getting out of that one. I dropped out. I dropped out of that fight. I was like, yeah. I was like, look, that we've gone so far off what this channel even means. That isn't going to help because that isn't going to change the fact that clearly one of us has an edge here. I'm already, settled I'm already in my industry, so I already have the contract. There's nothing to fight over. I'm more trying to give you something. I'm trying to give you something, and it's like, it's a matter if I guess if I deserve that honor, and but already have the merit. I've already have it. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That I'm already here. It's just you're just now seeing. You're just now receiving. I'm already here. You're just now receiving me. Many people already begun to receive the many wonders of this world that was already meant for them before I even arrived into their lives, and they are so happy. Genuinely, I hear it. The pitch, the fluctuations, because they call. We can talk to each other in real time. We could, but the wall won't let you. You're so close. Can you imagine? You're only but a thin wall away from all of everything in the world that is right with the world. That would be in your palm to put in your pocket, or your purse, your billfold, on your head, tiaras. Yeah, lords and ladies. Lords and ladies. In your backpack. You know. Yeah, I mean, there's like one wall away, there's a person who wants to bring you onto their team and enrich your family, your household. Just turn up the prosperity. Oh my gosh. So close, just a wall away. Just think about that. And all you have to do is break through your own barriers. Mm-hmm. You know, I won't put the tip of that. I won't go overboard. But you get it. You get it. That's just what it is. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. And it's only this invention only gets better. I mean, talk about AI. Oh my gosh, AI is so, it's so um like a part piece of the mechanics that it takes. You need it. You need it. We need it. We all need it. It's so perfect. I love it because it's allowing me to have more of a direct conversation. Like it helps with community. You know, I'm enchanted by it, and I just hope other people. I know. I used to say, look, everything just came in the form of a comic strip from a newspaper. The funnies section. I was trying to avoid using our yokels term, and then I was hit with. Remember, it's like Universe said. Remember, we used to say that you have a lot of people who are in the who are like the what do you call those? Good. Universe is taken away from me. Nice, nice. I was like, oh, I wasn't supposed to share that. Oh, oh gosh. Like crusaders burning books. And it's like the yokels like crusaders burning the books. Please don't burn the books. We need those. Please, yokels, do not burn the books. Crusaders, yokels, like the crusaders, burn books. Please don't burn the books. We need those. Oh my gosh. Embrace AI. Embrace AI. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know? Okay, I'll be nicer. Okay, I'll be nice. Now, you knew I was going to, I told you I was here for it. You know, I'm coming to roast because I'm hungry. Okay, I needed to roast, you know, because you know, you have to eat. So, so you know, I was here for it. So before you even started, nothing changed. Only thing that changed was like, you know, I just changed the shirt. I changed the shirt out, you know, for a change. You know, got a different shirt on, but it's the same. You know, you now, and I want to talk about spiritual things. So, mm, mm-hmm. How's my day? Oh my gosh! Look, I'm gonna tell you like I told somebody else. The sun says, this is what this message of the sun says. Bright, it is beautiful, it is clear sky. Even if you are on that depressed, are you depressed? If you said, like the sun said, I'm gonna come out and shine on you anyway. What are you gonna do? Ignore all this beauty? No, you need to come outside and get involved in the day and enjoy this, be a part of this beautiful day. That is how. When you talk about you're gonna ignore all this beauty. You come out like the sun. The sun's I'm gonna shine on you anyway. Depressed. You sad. You're mad at everybody else. You want to rain and bring cloud on everybody else. No, I'm gonna shine on you, and it's gonna be a clear sky, and it's gonna be gorgeous temperature with a nice breeze. Day. I'm gonna shine on you. That's a message from the sun. Beautiful message, isn't it? Oh, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna make it for another 30 minutes. I'll try. Um, like I'm doing readings, yes, but it's like we're moving towards like yeah. I should have charged my. Let me I'm about to plug out my phone. Hmm. You always stay so positive. How do you do that? People have always been trying to take away my smile since I got here to this plane, or trying to dose me with their, you know, like they're trying to trade my energy or take my energy or dose it. You know, I what I had to do was kick everybody offline, basically, change everybody's IP address, you know, spiritually, and then connect with my real friends and my families, which is divine, which is divinity, and connect with that full on and live, especially live in my life path. This is my spiritual journey. And I'm aware that not everybody has found or even accepts their true spiritual journey. So they don't, they're not interested, they may not be interested in my, like, what do you, like, it may, what I've gotten or I receive for people is, I'm not interested in your degrees. I'm not interested. I'm like, wait a minute. This is what it takes in order. You want me to answer your questions properly, and you know, and positivity. Is, you know, they're not interested in, you know, in being positive. They are interested in, and what I think is, like they said, the quickest way to get to know someone is to get them angry, and if they don't, if of course, no anger, no connection, right? You know, you get to kind of move past all of the pleasantries, and who knows, maybe you two will kiss in the end. So I'm thinking, you know, it's just a way that some people, you know, that's how they have learned is, you know, like a misery love company, or you know, they attract, you know, people, you know, in those very chaotic situations, and then make friendships and families out of them. And now, but what happens when you meet someone like myself who who does not in even like it's like the key or the doesn't even fit into the keyhole. It doesn't even compute. It's like you can't use that plug-in, with that outlet. It just does not. Okay, so that's the first part of the question. It says need a tip. Oh, flashbacks, ex breaking up. Oh yeah. Oh, yours is different. Yours is going to work differently than mine. Yours is more like you need to emotionally, mentally, spiritually, psychically, he's your ex, so physically you've already broken up. You need to break up with him on these other four levels. You need to especially like psychically break up with him, emotionally break up with him, spiritually on a soul level break up with him, energetically break up with him. Because people stay connected with exes, and then whenever I conceive that you're going to meet a twin flame, some people will say, I'll sacrifice my twin flame if you can find out a way for me how to bring back my ex. And sometimes it's not necessarily to bring them back to love on them. Sometimes it is. But sometimes they feel like they got to get their licks back. They're like, well, I can't move on until I tell the ex like how I feel about them speaking to me that way or treating like it's like this is a lot of activities. And so in other words, that's just letting me know they're not done yet. They're not that's why they haven't met. That's like, thank goodness they haven't met the precious soul who who's going to come in and start loving on them. Not until they deal with that first. So they got to deal with this first. So usually when that happens, if they ask about the future, I say, look, you're not really. I don't think that's what. I mean, I'll check for you, but I don't think it's the best. I think right now, just you should focus on just your ex for now, because I already know what you're going to say. You don't want to hear anything about the new person. You don't care about the new person, even if I say that they're your twin flame. God sent them. It does not. You're not going to care. You're going to say, well, I don't want to talk to them. That's what I'm going to get. Or, well, I'm not interested in anybody else. So I'm just letting you know, I think you should have a separate reading. Only about when you're ready, though. When you're absolutely, but not before then. When you're ready, only ask whomever you have read, me or any other. Specifically, I want to hear about my new love, my special interest, my one. And don't mention anything in that reading about your ex. But for now, until then, only talk about your ex, meditate about your ex, do affirmations on your ex. Whatever you're going to do, for now, like just right now, just reside in yourself. So yeah, you just have some work to do. Different from my situation. But that's how you asked me how I deal with it. That's why I'm always, because I'm not connected to those energies. That's why I consciously, if like by choice, don't connect with those energies. Yeah, I just don't. So, but do bad things happen to good people or people like me? Yeah. Do people, only way that people, they can, they disappointment. They try to use it through, they would have to maybe not, let me not participate or something like that. But then I release it because it's not mine. So I can't be upset about over things that didn't belong to me to begin with. You see, so that's why even that doesn't work. But the bottom line is, then I know how to turn your smile upside down. I won't let you into the party, for example. That doesn't work. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be to the party. And the party was never meant for me. And my goal, my place of arrival, if I'm on my way to Christmas banquet, then that party was on the way. I saw it, but that's not my destination. My destination is not so so there's always some sort of a disconnect. Yeah, there is a disconnect, which works out perfectly because the image of that's why when you Google me, I'm not into any trouble. I'm not on any risky business lists. I'm not on a fraud list. And I have actually met up with clients, and clients have actually met up with me and wanted to, cover, things and pay me money, but I never accepted it. So like if I meet with a client, I don't allow them just to give me money for no reason. Now they can give me a gift. Like my clients gave me books. I love books, so they gave me a book instead. But it's like no. Those are when we're like those are for like when there are readings. We're just having a conversation, so there's no need to give me money. So, or like you need anything, I can do this. I'm like no. So I think I passed that test. So I'm not definitely not a scam. So I'm not a scam or a scammer, and I don't do scammer like activity. So yeah, so there's these disconnectors, So that also, well, the fact that I don't connect in that way, I connect with people, but through compassion and things like that, but not like I don't sympathize with those forces that would bring about like a tangible something like a proof that I, am, trying to be a cheat of sorts. See, I don't get into that. I just don't get into it in the first place because I have there's no, there's no reward there for me. Like that doesn't work for me. Now there's people have like cliques, and regardless of what happened, who gets arrested or whatever, those same groups stick together. You know, myself, I don't fit into that group, and I know that from day one. I know that I'm gonna be your Judas. Like if I was like, well, choose a kid, choose a character. I would be your Judas, meaning in the end, I would fall away from your apostleship. So there's 7 apostles that they're gonna stick together, right? And they're villains. They're gonna rob. They're gonna scam. They're gonna do all the things. But when the storm comes and it's time to pay up the piper, pay it forward. The hoofed one has come to collect, right? I'm the one that's gonna be giving up. Like Judas is the one. Yeah, he was giving up. So yeah. So therefore, I don't belong there anyway, because that's not my group. I'm the one that's going to end up on the sacrificial table, more so to speak. And I know that day one. And because they need my energy, I don't require theirs. The energy, I'm the giver. So that means since I'm the giver, and I've always, ever since I was young, I'm the one that always reached in the pocket and had it. So very young. Okay, so that means I'm kind of like I've always been the responsible one. I'm the one if there is a party. Going back to that, I actually set it up. So so it wasn't like, oh, you're invited, or if I'm invited, I am covering it up. Yeah, I'm covering it and set it up. So since I'm the giver, and I may as well say, well, before I give, they have to give something in return, at the door. So then it's like, okay, how do you do that at the door? So that helped when I went into the industry, because you have to talk to the corporation first before you ever talk to me. And before ever with my compassionate heart, give to you, because I meet people and I'm like, and people are like, why are you, let me turn it, like, I'm just like, stop. So I'm like, here, before I do that, there's someone corporate who just says that, like, they're about their business. You won't get past them. Then that's the setup here. So that's how I've dealt with it. But now I'm on YouTube and I'm trying to, okay, am I ready now? Am I ready now to meet you at the door? I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see. Very nice. Yay! Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Um, I have a familiar, but and who is my companion. I don't deem as a pet, but is a companion. Yeah, I have a familiar. Mhm. I'm not gonna say the name. God, the spirit's like, don't say the name, not say my name. I'm like, okay, All right. Yeah, I have my, but then yeah, I'm more someone now. Animals love me to pieces, dogs, cats, right? But I like I have a crystal ball. I probably just need a crystal ball. Yeah. I do better with a crystal ball. Probably better just have a crystal ball. Some people just humans just need a crystal ball or something, or statue. That's me. I'm one of those. But yeah, I do have I have a familiar. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Who I love. We just met, by the way. Speaking of, it's about partnerships. Yeah, we just met. Hmm. Yeah. It was a pleasure. Hope you still have a beautiful, amazing day, and your day is brighter and lightened. Hope you're enlightened. Keep shining. I think you're shiny. Keep shining. You're a superstar. I love reading for superstars. Yeah. Hmm. What time? How much? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm doing good. 46 minutes, almost an hour. Okay, almost an hour. Okay, so I hang out for another 15 minutes or so. Not a problem. I'd be nice to you all. I'd be nice and hang out for another 15 minutes. Yeah. It's a beautiful oh, by the way, where I'm at is afternoon. So, yeah, it's the afternoon. And yeah, it's this beautiful afternoon. I mean, what more can you say to that? Hopefully, being that it's afternoon, yeah, go out there and get you some sunlight. I like to, as the morning hours, um, well, even before the sun's up, I like to go out there and like to stretch and I like to take in like the breath there, fresh breath there. I go, yeah, I love that energy because it's all the energy just awakening and the all of the energy of the mind just firing off that. I love that feeling. And I love the feeling of like the fresh start. These days, okay, so I love, they say in the night, and your creativity clicks on. Yeah, I guess that's the imagination. Um, because it was dopamine, the dopamine effect. The nocturnal side of us. It awakens the gland. You know what I'm talking about. Pineal gland. And so, but I've noticed that the same feelings are starting to align and cross over into my day, my days, my mornings, my days throughout the day, throughout my work. And I am loving this new journey, this part of the journey. Yes, there's so much energy that is beginning to awaken, that everything is just beginning to awaken. And all of that good energy is beginning to like truly, genuinely to arise. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying, little by little. You all are very like very, what do you call it? Um, slowly, very gradually introducing yourselves to me. I think I'm getting a few maybe regular people who will come in and, from time to time when they have time to say hi. I do appreciate it. And I thank you. Even the ones that are not nice, thank you so much just for saying hi. Um, and okay, still okay, without me insulting you, I do hope that you continue to visit and see the progress that we're going to make with the channel. We're going to make the channel special. We're going to make it a special place, and we're going to defend. This is my affirmation. This is my personal affirmation. I'm making it into a declaration. Hand over heart. Oh, yeah. So, hand over heart. declaration. I am going to we as a community are going to make this channel proper for anyone in the world. They're whatever, even if they have a parakeet on their shoulder, it doesn't. We want everybody, anybody to feel safe coming here, okay? Because you're like, okay, now, and so it is, and so might it be in prayers. Amen. Okay, so we're gonna do that together. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there was some more messages there. First of all, everybody should feel good. Yeah, love. Come find love. Even if you're, because, well, where I'm at, you can marry. So, yes, if you are, a man and you're in love with a man, or you're a woman in love with a woman. But if you just, you're just in love with people, fine. Be in love with people. We're not judging you, okay? First of all, but I mean, we can talk all the technical things. We can get into conversations, but let's talk about love, just love, right? So, yes, if you're a man, you love a man. If you are a woman, you love a woman. If you know, just have like, is this a place that you want to like come visit in the future? And because you know that you're going to be welcomed, yes, we want that space for you as well. But also my heterosexuals as well. If you're a man and you love women, if you're a woman, if you love men, and you even if you love men plural, even if you're if you're a man who love women plural, that's fine. If you are focused on family, that's all fine. If you're just looking, you're like looking, you're trying to find your special someone. Yes, yes, please, you're welcome. But also, so that's more of like just like personal, like personally, you should feel welcomed here. Like no one didn't say you should not be here. We're not trying to squeeze you out, not even in conversation wise or like, what do you call it? Like, covertly say it. No, you come in, please. I'd love to read with you, and or speak with you. Every conversation doesn't have to be me always reading you. I feel like I'm in a very long, drawn out interview, and this interview has gone on for days. I feel like that, but I like it because I did mention like why I sent 5 minutes to people. I said this is a great time for me to get a better idea of who I'm working with. So that's why I also sent the 5 minutes free. So anyway, yes, just having the ability just to speak with you all does give me a chance to get to know you better. And I do, yeah, I appreciate that, love that so much, about this kind of conversation that is not strictly about me reading you. But yeah, well, I won't state the obvious. I'm gonna leave that open the air. We'll just, have a friendly disconnect there, and I'll just leave it. And who knows? We run into each other again. I have big plans for the channel. Or I have 7 minutes in. Yeah, I have big plans, things that I want to see happen, and I know why. In my brain, I want to help bring people into their fullness, something that I do all the time. I do it all the time, and so I believe I have it down to a science. I know my skills, I know my strategy, and I know I'm so skilled and I'm so knowing of this, aware of this, that I work with anybody, even if they're, even I want to say, even